Mom's Creative Moments, and I am welcoming you back to another episode in my series for my Disney album. And this is a continuation of, well, obviously it's a continuation of many things, but I'm a chronological scrapbooker, so let me show you where I'm at with my book. All right, let's take a look at my desktop. I don't know why I can't say that. Let's take a look at my desktop. Here we go. Okay, so if you are following this series, then you have seen the video where we put this layout together, and this is just the right side of the two-page layout that we did using some mats and the cool new Rick Rack Border Maker cartridge. And I'm showing you this again because I need to flip the page and show you the next page, which I have already done. I did a couple of layouts in this series, but I'm going to show you how to do this layout, which is why I'm showing this to you. This was our arrival at the hotel and just some of our first impressions and things that we saw. These cool statues of Mickey and Minnie stand right out in front where you drop your car off, and this is a throwback to when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember, but when I was a kid and you went to Disneyland, you got ears, and they usually sewed your name on the back of the ears, and that was a really big deal. I don't do that as much anymore, given the security of not having somebody be able to call your child by their first name if they don't know them. But I do think it's still cool that they will do it if you want them to. They will still go ahead and put your name on your ears. And then this is the next page. This is all just sort of our arrival and getting acquainted. That's why the layouts are done similarly. Similar papers, different order, different colors, different places. This is our room. They have this cool headboard that lights up and sings "A dream is a wish your heart makes." It doesn't sing it with words, but it plays it like a lullaby, like a music box, which is really, really cool. And it's, I think it's timed, so it will turn itself off eventually. I can't remember for sure, but I think that's right. And then there were all these cool products in the bathroom. My son took this picture, which I thought was really awesome, of the fixtures in the bathroom and the fixtures on the wall, which were Mickey-esque, of course. So super fun. So I'm going to show you how to do those layouts today. And let me just move these out of the way because we don't need that extra bulk of the page. But I have already these 5 strips that are cut, and they are just 2 inches by 12 inches. And you need 5 of them in varying colors. And you can flip them over or not. You can put them in whatever order makes you happy. So I'm just sort of checking to see what these have that would be cool. So that's cool. And I need the red. So actually we could do 2 red, 2 yellow, and 1 blue, which I don't think we've done yet. So that would be fun. Do we have any other? Maybe we should do 2 blue and 1 yellow. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do 2 blue and 1 yellow just so, for some variation. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to start by just sort of laying these out so I can get an idea of what order I want them to be in. The yellow one's going to be in the middle because it's different than the rest. And we'll put the blue stripe on top and the blue polka dot on the bottom, I think. Maybe. All right. I think that'll work. Now, we need to take these 5 strips and we need to cut 2.5, I beg your pardon, 2.25 inches. Let me look. I'm so sorry. Oh, and I just saw a note. So these are not 2 inches by 12 inches. They're 2.25 inches by 12 inches. I apologize. My bad. So 2.25 by 12 inches. And then we're going to cut 2.5 inches off the end. So you're left with a piece that is 9.5. and a piece that is 2.5. So I'm going to just gather mine up in the order I have decided I want them to be in. And I'm going to grab my trimmer. I apologize for that miscalculation for those of you who already started cutting. So 2.5 inches by, or 2.5 inches we're cutting off of the 12-inch piece, right? And then those will go on this side, and these will go on this side. Now you could certainly change up this layout and turn it around and switch it up, depending on how you want to do it, and that would be okay. But for now, this is how I'm going to do this one. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these pieces on. We're not done punching or cutting or anything like that, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start with this. And I know they went in the other order initially, the way I had them laid out, but I think I like the circles, the polka dots on top. So I'm going to put the polka dots on top. And in order to make sure that my borders in between are even, I am not going to put these middle ones down just yet. I'm just putting adhesive on them and leaving them flipped over. Okay, a lot of blue. Alright, so this blue is actually going to be seen, and it's going to be down here on the bottom. We're going to put this one on. Then we're going to take the middle one, which is this one, and just so that I can make sure it's centered, I'm going to put my page on my grid, on my mat, so I can find the 6-inch mark, which is going to be right here. And then I can take this piece and put it right in the center. That works for me. And then these two are super easy to just go ahead and center in between. Okay. Then we're going to do this side. If this layout is looking familiar to you, it should. It came from a worldwide virtual crop. It was a challenge during a worldwide virtual crop in 2022, so fairly recently. So that would be not unusual if it looks familiar to you. You can do these smaller ones all in a row now that you have a visual as far as how much space you need between them, or you can do them just like I did the others, the other side. Do the top and the bottom, and then do the middle one, and then the two in between. Whatever makes it easier for you to get the right proportions is what you ought to do. The last one is always, when you don't do it that way, like I did the first page, the last one is always the dicey one, because you're not, that's the one that confirms whether your eye was on target or not, right? Not bad. pretty good. I think I'll leave it that way. All right, now we also are going to use our Rick Rack Border Maker cartridge again. This one we're going to punch so that it pulls the yellow, since we have less yellow on the page. That's the one in the middle here. We're going to go ahead and just punch. We only have to punch one strip because we get 2 Rick Rack rows from one strip. So that makes it very quick and easy, right? To just go ahead and punch. Punch those 2 out. The rest of this is extra fun. And if you watch the other video, and you know we get all these great pieces that are the negative of the punch, which I'm fairly sure I will end up using in a layout somewhere along the line. So I'm going to save them so they'll be ready. Now this piece is going to go right up the edge of our paper. Be careful that you cover the edge, so on all of the up swoops, make sure that the edge of your paper is hitting and you can't see the black page or whatever color page you're using through the Rick Rack. All right, just like that. Same thing on this side. If you keep it lined up so that you can just barely, cover the black, then you'll be able to get that border put down straight, and it won't be a problem. All right. Now for the photos. Let's see what we can do. So these are just some more pictures that my kids took of things. So it was kind of interesting, but because my children are older, they're not little younglings by any means. They actually, we needed 2 hotel rooms, not just one, because there are 6 of us, and we not sure how to lay these out, so bear with me a second. The hotel people ended up putting us in 2 separate hotel rooms, which is fine, that's what we wanted, but put us in 2 different hotels. If you know anything about Disney World, or Disneyland, sorry, the Disneyland Hotel has 3 different buildings to it, and they put us in 2 different buildings, which kind of surprised me. And my kids, my older kids who were in the other hotel from where we were, had this great miniature of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad from Disneyland in the lobby. So they took pictures of it because it was just super cool. Disneyland, if I recall, makes a miniature of every ride that they create. There's a miniature created for it. And I think it's just really neat that they put it on display and shared it. It had this plaque, so they took a picture of that too, which is cool. Alright, so I'm just going to get these pictures mounted on here, and then we'll find some embellishments to use. Okay, I'm going to change the layout of this page because, I don't know, it's just not really making me very excited or happy. So I'm going to mount this particular picture on some cardstock. This is the true red cardstock we just got from our new cardstock collection that's coming out bit by bit. Actually matches this red really pretty well, which is good. It's hard to match reds, you know. Alright, let's see. We're going to just trim this up. So I loved this picture, and I'm the one, I think I took this one, maybe the kids took one too from their room, but I just thought this was just really cool. It looks black and white. It's not actually a black and white. I think there's some shadows of color in it that remind me of pinks and things like that, but so it might be a black and white, I don't know. But this is Walt Disney right here walking through the castle, and I just thought it was very cool. A very cool picture. I'm going to put this one down here. It's sort of interesting to me how changing a layout or changing the way your photos are on a page can completely change the way you look at it. The whole flow of your eye and everything. Okay. We had these wonderful military tickets because my husband is retired. He's a veteran. And they had cool pictures on the back, which I thought was neat. They were all different. This one in particular had the mom from The Incredibles, which is cool. Alright, so we'll put some journaling here. Let's see what else we can add in. Maybe the castle would be a cute thing to add. Say this way to your happy place. Just pulling out some that look kind of cool. Maybe we'll use a triangle, or maybe two. Okay, let's go with that for right now. So you might be interested to know that oh, actually, I'm sorry, I was remembering something else. I was going to let you know that the embellishments for this are back in stock, but actually it's a different collection. Serene Waters embellishments are back in stock, which is cool. Also, if you are doing an islandy trip, which I am, so that's why it's kind of important to me. Might not be important to you, though. Sorry. Alright, let's see, I'm going to need some foam squares, and we're going to should we say this is our happy place? Put that on there like that, kind of like that. My son got some gorgeous pictures of the castle. I can hardly wait to share those with you. My daughter took some too, so at this point they're all mixed up. It's a toss-up which one took which photo, but I think the ones that I printed are the ones that he took. This is our happy place. Maybe I might stick that right underneath there. Let's see if it'll fit. Ooh. Might not. Might be too much. That's okay. Oh, I think I got it actually. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I like the way that went together. Okay. I feel like Adventures needs to go over here with all these fun things. Let me look at my sticker pack. Let's see if maybe there's a sticker we could add there. this little doodad underneath. If you know anything about floral design, I feel like designing our embellishments kind of goes along with that. Where you need a line and a focal point and you know, and a main flower and an accent flower. That's kind of what you need for a cluster as well, like a main focus and a accent, a word, and then a main embellishment, and then an accent. I don't know, that's just kind of the general way that I try to do these. That may not be what you think of when you do this, but it is definitely what we think of when we do. What I think of when I do. Gosh, my brain is like in 3 different places, guys. Sorry. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. One more, because I feel like we need just a little something somewhere. Got that one there, got that one there. I think I'm gonna just add this one right in the middle and see if just that one is enough. And then there will be journaling too, which will help. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so here is the 3rd page in the series of arriving at Disney. So we had this one, just for comparison. That one is a lot like this one. Look at that, I just switched the blues. I didn't really do that intentionally. I guess we have a stripe here instead of a polka dot. All right, so our next one will be actually doing something in the park. Crazy that we've got already so many pages done and we haven't even been into the park yet as far as the photos go. That's when you know there are a lot of photos. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed helping or watching me put this together. I hope you put it together for yourself and use it in your albums. You don't have to make a Disney album to use a layout like this. It's very, very useful in multiple different ways. So I hope that you will try it in your album. And until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments. Thanks so much. You have a great day.